We have had the most random weather today. A little bit sunny, maybe. And then it went into snow. And then like a blizzard, like accumulating on the ground. And then all of a sudden, it just started pouring. I'm so confused. And apparently tonight then, it's supposed to go to 15 degrees and like rain a bunch during the night. Needless to say, it is not motivating to do anything when the weather is like this, but it does call for some comfort food.
Hey there, I'm Kenzie, a young mom to my sweet baby girl, married to a farmer, the love of my life. I'm here to keep it real with all things homemaking and motherhood. I hope to encourage you where you're at and appreciate you tagging along.
Tonight, I'm going to make Daisy's awake from her nap. Tonight I'm going to make burrito bowls with whatever I have around here. And then also I'm going to make a hot fudge pudding. It's kind of like a recipe my family uses. I grew up with it and it's one of our favorites, but it's so easy to make. And then you can either eat it with like ice cream or milk. I don't have ice cream here, so we'll just eat it with milk tonight, but it's gonna be so yummy. And I'm thinking movie night. I think it's just gonna be great. My little bestie decided she wants to join me to make dinner. So we will get started. I'm gonna start by frying the ground beef and get that all taken care of for the burrito bowl. This girl is not seeing enough being faced towards me, so she wants me to switch her around to being outward. I'm so excited. This isn't actually my carrier, it's my cousin's. She said, try it, and if you like it, then buy your own. So I've been using it and have decided, yes, I need to buy my own. So I bit the bullet and bought one. It's coming in the mail. Very excited about that. There, is that better? Not quite, because this is kind of... There. There we go. Now you can see the action. You'd like to be in the action. So like I said, I'm kind of just making burrito bowls with what we have around the house. We're gonna do ground beef, and then I have beans, and then I'll do some lettuce, and I made some basmati rice last week with salmon, and then they recommended if you have extra, just freeze it. And then, yeah, so I'll probably just warm this up. Not sure how I'm gonna warm it up yet. And then just some tomatoes. I might just make try to make like a fresh salsa. Honestly, probably we'll just chop these up and put them in with the bowl. So keeping it simple, but should be yummy. And then we'll just do sour cream, grated cheese, and ranch. Yeah, probably ranch. Just assemble the burrito bowls as I make them for two reasons. One, it saves dishes because you're not putting the food into serving bowls to set on the table. Sometimes I do that, but tonight, I'm not feeling it. The other thing is, Randall always says how he just loves when I assemble his food. He says it tastes better. I don't know what that's all about. Like, he would love if I just built his burrito bowl for him. So that is what I will do. Start by putting a base of like lettuce. So these are like the perfect burrito bowls. I picked them up at Dollarama and I've literally used them so many times. They're great for pasta dishes, burrito bowls. Can't think of anything else right now, but actually they are good for things like pancakes even, because the maple syrup sticks to the pancake. So it doesn't like run away on the plate, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if they're still there. That was like over a couple months ago. But yeah, so I will start by putting some lettuce in. These types of meals can grow so fast. Like all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, I have a massive amount of food to eat. So I'm trying to think about that. And then when I do this, I always make sure I give Randall more. I eat more frequently during the day, but he can sit down and just like eat a ton in one sitting, but then not eat as frequent. Does that make sense? I'm just frying up the ground beef. How I usually do that is I'll just put like a frozen piece of ground beef in a pot with a little bit of water, just so that it doesn't like burn to the bottom, and then sprinkle some salt in there. And then I just kind of put the lid on and then come back to it here and there and just stomp it with this thing. If you do not have one of these stompers, you need to get one. It literally is the best thing for making really nice, fine ground beef. Daisy thinks so too. Would recommend. I know that Pampered Chef sells them. This is not a Pampered Chef one. This is literally off of Amazon. And I've been using it for years and it still is amazing, works great. So I will link that below. I'm pretty sure they're like really reasonably priced as well. So that is always a win. I don't try to like share things on here to make it super like materialistic or buy this, buy that, always feeling like you need to buy things. But I know that in the very beginning when I was doing more cooking and like even housework or whatever, like I needed guidance on like what to buy and what was helpful, what's a waste of money or a waste of time. So I'm gonna share things on here. Never feel like you have to go buy things, or I don't wanna encourage buying things you don't need either. But yeah, this is something that's worked really well for me. And if you don't have something like that, I would definitely recommend getting one. Well, I lost my little bestie again. She was not interested in hanging out with me in the kitchen tonight, I guess. She wanted to play, which is totally fine. To season my ground beef, I'm going to use oh my goodness, it's right here. I'm gonna use salt, pepper, and then some basil, some chili powder. I guess it's not the season for pretty spices. And parsley flakes. So, kind of adds some nice flavor to the beef and makes it, with the chili powder, it kind of gives it like the taco feel. I guess you could say that my burrito bowls tonight are kind of along the taco lines. It's not super fresh. It's not a fresh burrito bowl. Those are the yummy ones. Have you guys tried the Greek burrito bowls? Oh my goodness. They're so good. You make like a tzatziki. Do you like the Greek bowl? Yeah, you do. You don't know. You don't know. I can't believe I'm at the stage where I'm making dinner and my baby girl is sitting, playing and watching me and making noises at me. Let me see you. I think I decided to reheat the rice on my Blackstone pan that I have. I'm gonna do like butter and then fry the rice, so you just can't go wrong with fried rice in butter. Smart thinking, honey.
Just don't grab this.
What are you doing? What are you doing in the sink? This part of the recipe always gets me. So basically what I've done is I've made this like batter. It's super thick and you put it at the bottom of the pan and then you mix together cocoa and sugar. You mix that together and sprinkle it over top of the batter, and then you boil water and you pour the boiling water over this mixture and you can't touch it. You don't stir it, you don't do anything, and you're just like putting it in the oven. Like, this is gonna be terrible, but it comes out incredible. Finished dinner now. The burrito bowls were so good, just such a good comfort food. Randall usually comes home from work around 5:30, 6 o'clock, but he's a farmer, so it just depends what the day holds. He can come home earlier or a lot later, depending what the season is. It was so cute. Randall and Daisy were just playing in the living room. Then when Randall came over into the kitchen for like something, then he saw me making the bowls and like putting them in the bowls, and he was like, "Oh, you're assembling my bowl for me, or you're putting my bowl together for me? I love when you do that." And I was like, I know him so well. Oh man, yeah. That was a proud moment. It's actually fun editing the videos because whenever I'm doing like cooking videos for what we're having for dinner, then usually Randall is, you know, around or whatever, and then like we're still having conversations as I'm doing things because I don't usually use the background noise anyways. But then it's fun to hear our conversations, and like you don't really realize the things you talk about until you listen and you're like, that's hilarious, or just the little comments you make to each other. And yeah, it's cute and fun and funny, and sometimes like, what did we just say? I'm just finishing up cleaning up the kitchen after dinner here, putting the dishes and stuff away, and then I'm gonna go clean up, put some PJs on, and Randall had to run over to the farm just for a little bit. So basically, for those of you that don't know us, Randall, my husband, is a farmer, and he farms on the family farm. We'll get into that this summer a bit more, but basically we live on, I guess you would call it a farm. From the front it looks like we're just a house, but we have land on it attached to our house, if that makes sense. We'd like to, like, you know, we dream of maybe doing some livestock or something in our back pasture, but like most of it we'd keep for like the crop. But yeah, so that all being said, Randall is over at the other farm where the barn is and the shop is, and so I'm going to get myself ready for the evening and put some PJs on, and then we are going to get into that chocolate pudding, which honestly looks so good, and kind of regretting that I don't have vanilla ice cream, but I know that it's probably healthier for me to just have milk with it. I don't actually often make dessert for us. Usually we'd have maybe some random little things in the cupboard if we're feeling like we want something sweet. We often have tea in the evenings, so often we'll have like a peppermint tea or bagel spice or chamomile, lavender, whatever. But it is fun to have something sweet to eat, especially when I intentionally made it, knowing that we get to indulge in it tonight. So once Randall comes back, we will get into that chocolate pudding, maybe turn a movie on. Nope, the Leafs play tonight. I will not be watching a movie. All good. I'll probably fall asleep anyways. Thanks so much for watching this little evening in the life of the Jantzis. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the recipes. Comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram if you would like. Until next time, take care and have a good night.